someone may have let you down or been betrayed by a friend. Well, I say
it's 30 minutes gone past the 6 o'clock or 30 minutes on to 7 o'clock, whichever end you're looking at it from. Welcome to Good Morning Grenada for today. It's Thursday, the 28th day of August. And it's indeed a joy, a privilege to be in your company once again. And if you're hearing me, well, you're seeing me, it means that you're blessed. Yeah. God has been merciful unto you and I, so we ought to be thankful. Now, amidst all these concerns, all these woes and all these pressures of the world, I want you to know that you're not so special because you're not alone. You're in this. So too are many other people, all right? So good morning to you. Good morning. It's a good day to have a good day in a good way. Good morning, Yulin Alexander. How are you doing this morning? Good morning, Lauren Salim. How are you doing? Joan, how are you doing? Good morning. Mildred Smith, Shem, Samura, and Judy. Good morning to you all. Hope you all are doing fine. Hope you all are having a wonderful morning thus far. You're not alone. Whatever you might be going through at this time, you are not alone. Some way, sometime. Yeah. So if the tables are, keep turning and, things are not going as you've planned them, remember, many are the plans of man, but it's the master's purpose that gets fulfilled, yeah? Sometimes no is the right answer as well. It's like in multiple choice, true or false. Sometimes false is the right answer. You ever looked at it this way? Good morning, Petlin and the folks inside of Munich. The Maxwin family out there. Good morning, Daddy Galba, Eric Mitchell. How are you doing? Branny, good morning to you and the team. Urban Mason, good morning. Good morning, Brooklyn. It is indeed a good day to have a good day. Good morning to the folks in the Mohai. Yeah, Fen and the family. Good morning, Babash. You're not alone. Monica Mayrose Williams, good morning to you. Daddy Godwin, Miss Joan, Kathy and Kenneth, Zuri, Solange, all those of you out there in the Sunshine State of Florida. Hope you all are doing fine. On this journey, Hermitage in St. Patrick, good morning. The folks in Peggy Swim, Stone Road, Google Belly Hill, Lake and the guys in Montreal, good morning. Mountrich, good morning. Snell Hall, Vicky, good morning to you out there in Lafayette. Saying good morning to the folks on the Sister Isles of Carriacou and P.D. Martinez. Good morning. And the word of the day today, that word is cumbersome. Cumbersome. C-U-M-B-E-R-S-O-M-E. Cumbersome. You're not alone. Tamika Schoolgirl Felix, good morning. And the folks inside of Belle Plaine and Barrett. Sylvina Charles, good morning. Yolan Swan, how are you doing? Hope you all are doing fine. The folks up there in Upper St. John. Let me preparate you, all right? The nights are going to start getting colder, okay? Yeah, the season is changing. Natalia Ross, good morning. You're not alone. So the word of the day, like I said, it's cumbersome, C-U-M-B-E-R-S-O-M-E, and it means awkward or difficult to handle. Yeah, awkward or difficult to handle. And here's how we can use that word in a sentence. The cumbersome package required 2 people to carry it, yeah? The cumbersome package, it required 2 people to carry it. Nice. Holy Spirit. The folks inside of Paradise. Good morning. Good morning. Fill my soul. Freco and Janet and Deanne and the family. Good morning. Dunfermline, good morning to you. Amoy, good morning. How you doing? Grits, good morning. Awa. I am G, good morning, bro. How you doing? Hope you're doing fine. Hope you've recovered from, from the surprise. That's the way the cookie crumbles, bro. Dust yourself up and get ready for next year. That's my advice to you. I want to say good morning to a partner of mine I haven't seen or heard from in a long time. Wendell Maxwell, good morning to you. The folks in Telescope. Yeah, Tiger T, Gary Williams, Fali, the Antoine family, Susan and Emmy and Donna and Alice and everybody. Hope everybody's doing fine. I'm coming closer to home to a cafe. Good morning, Miss G. The Holmes family, good morning, Holmesy. When two elephants fight, and only the grass that gets trampled. I'd never forget that quote. Nadisha, good morning to you. The Sandersons, good morning. Debbie and family. Here comes your motivational tip of the day. My God is so worthy to be praised. You've got to break the routine. Now, if you feel stuck, change your routine. Change it up. A new activity or environment can reinvigorate your motivation. Yeah, a new activity or environment can reinvigorate your motivation. Remember that. Sometimes you just need to relocate. Change your friends, change your location, change where you hang out, who you hang out with. Trust me, that makes a difference. So break the routine. If you feel stuck, change up your routine. Yeah. 22 minutes on to the 7 o'clock hour. Let me see if I get my quotation this morning. I don't know if it's just, WhatsApp. All right, good. Morning prayer for a peaceful and loving home. Lord, we invite your presence into our home today. Let your peace rest in every corner of our house. Drive out every form of strife, worry, and negativity. May love be the foundation of our conversations, and may joy overflow in our hearts. Let our home be a place where your name is glorified. In Jesus' name, amen, amen, and amen. And it says, Thankful Thursday. All right, be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known unto God. And the peace of God, which passes all understanding, shall keep your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus. And that's coming from Philippians 4, verse 6 unto 7. Good morning. May this Thursday be filled with love, laughter, gratitude, and joy. Thank you, Rev. Good morning to all the busmen of the nation. As you prep yourself, getting yourself ready for the hustle and bustle that comes from Monday. All right, ensure that you check all the physical, equipment and so forth on the bus. Make sure your brakes are good, your wheels are properly aligned so you wouldn't cut your tires bad, and make sure your tires are up to scratch. Check your brakes, check your oil, check the engine. Do a general thorough checkup, okay? So that come Monday with the hustle and the bustle, you won't have to pull up on the side of the road and get a mechanic to come check it out. You understand what I'm saying? Nice. Erlyn, good morning to you all the way in the US of A. Should I say the US of D? Any case, let me not go there, right? Next thing, yeah. Hope you're doing fine. I'm going to say good morning to the folks inside of Lassajesk for you. Yeah, the folks inside of Coles Gap and surrounding areas, Maltee and, them places there. Yeah, good morning on behalf of Erlyn. Content, good morning. Apretut, good morning. Esther, good morning to you and the sun.
Holy Spirit, fill my soul.
The Macmeos, good morning. The folks in the Sea Wet, good morning.
My soul.
The Canal, Malmont, Marvin, good morning. Folks, it's 20 minutes on to 7 o'clock. Let's see what's buzzing this morning. Grenada's pharmacists shine at Caribbean Conference. Nisha Paul joins 104 journalists at China's International Press Communication Center for the media training program. Peter David sounds alarm on back-to-school financial burdens. In the region, Trinidad and Tobago's Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessor prioritizes the nation. Internationally, PayPal accounts hit by widespread unauthorized direct debits, European banks affected. And in sports, Anderson Peters is set for Wanda Diamond League action today. Those stories and more are coming up in the AM edition of news coming up shortly. Reaching out and saying good morning to the folks on the western side of the island, the folks in Guave, Grand Roy, Black Bay, Concord. Good morning, Malisa. You and the family. How's Grandma doing? And the son? Hope you all are doing fine. Side of Victoria, Sunset City. Shai, good morning to you. What's up, Papi? Nice. Duquesne, good morning. Village and the guys.
As I journey to this distant land.
Grandens Valley, good morning. Frequente, good morning. Mommy Quinn, good morning to you and the entire household, the entire family. Miss Cadet, good morning to you. Hope you're doing fine. Yeah. The folks in Point Celine, those of you at the Morris Bishop International Airport, the folks at the Met Office, the folks in Calist, good morning to you. True Blue, good morning to Miss Julia Moore and family. Hope you all are doing fine. Folks, the AM edition of News, Sports, and the Weather comes up right after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
Distributed by Echo Blue Limited. Visit us on the Lansopine Main Road or call 405-4818.
Attention all divers, snorkelers and underwater enthusiasts. Effective May 15th, 2025, all visitors to the renowned Mullinair Underwater Sculpture Park will be required to pay a small fee of US $3.50 or EC $10 per person. These fees are essential to support the ongoing maintenance and repairs of the sculptures, as well as the development of new features to ensure the park remains a world-class attraction. Payment can be made through the Grenada Tourism Authority's online payment portal, available on the Pure Grenada website, www.puregrenada.com. We thank you for your support in enhancing this extraordinary underwater product. This announcement is brought to you by the Grenada Tourism Authority and the Ministry of Tourism, dedicated to protecting and conserving Grenada's resources for the enjoyment of all.
This is the GBN Morning News for today, Thursday, August 28th, 2025. Coming up in the news, Grenada's pharmacists shine at Caribbean Conference. Nisha Paul joins 104 journalists at China's International Press Communication Center Media Training Program. Peter David sounds alarm on back-to-school financial burdens. In the region, Trinidad and Tobago's Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar prioritizes her nation. Internationally, PayPal accounts hit by widespread unauthorized direct debits. European banks are infected. And in sports, our boy is at it today. Anderson Peters is set for the Wanda Diamond League action today. We've got the details to these and more after these messages.
Grenada for decades. We are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wire and accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada and St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
Good Thursday morning, everyone. With the news in detail, I am Gordon Joseph. A notable achievement for Grenada's pharmaceutical community, as two of its own pharmacists received prestigious honors at the Caribbean Association of Pharmacists CAP conference in Dominica. Kelvin Dragon, a dedicated pharmacist from Grenada, was awarded Caribbean Pharmacist of the Year, a testament to his exceptional contributions to the field. Furthermore, he was also recognized as one of the pioneers of the year, highlighting his tireless efforts and commitments to excellence. Additionally, Lydia Duncan, another pharmacist from Grenada, has been elected as a council member on the CAP executive, marking a new chapter in her career. A freelance journalist, Nisha Paul from Grenada, is among 104 journalists from 95 countries attending a media training program in China. Hosted by the China International Press Communication Center, CIPCC, the initiative provides a platform for skills development, cross-cultural learning, and international networking. Over 4 months, participants will gain exclusive access to China's significant domestic and diplomatic events, as well as high-profile international gatherings. They will also engage in short-term exchanges with leading Chinese media outlets. Representing the Latin America and the Caribbean region, Nisha joins 27 journalists from 24 countries. Member of Parliament Peter David and his organization, The Movement, are raising concerns about the financial strain on parents. David highlights that many families are shouldering additional work or cutting back on work hours to cover school-related expenses. Parents are taking on extra work just to cover back-to-school expenses, while others are cutting back work hours to manage drop-offs and pickups, he said. To alleviate this burden, David's office is hosting a back-to-school health fair on August 30th, offering free medical exams, haircuts, and other services. The movement is advocating for comprehensive solutions, including job creation, reliable school transportation, and affordable access to education. David is urging the government to take immediate action to support working families, stating that no parent should have to to choose between paying for uniforms or putting food on the table. The Public Utilities Regulatory Commission, PERC, has successfully hosted its second annual summer school outreach program, engaging 1,481 students across Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. This year's initiative, which visited 39 summer schools, saw a significant increase from last year's 700 students. The program aimed to educate students about renewable energy, energy conservation, and sustainability. The Grenada Sustainable Development Trust Fund, DTF, also participated, focusing on biodiversity and nature conservation. The PERC's Consumer and Public Affairs Officer, Ms. Alicia Andrew, noted that the program was a huge success, with students excited to learn about becoming energy heroes. Summer school facilitators welcomed the initiative, citing its value in shaping children's knowledge and attitudes. The PERC plans to expand the program in 2026. That concludes the local segment of news. Stay with us, the regional and international developments, along with the sports and the weather. They are straight ahead. In the region, Trinidad and Tobago's Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar has reaffirmed her government's commitment to a Trinidad and Tobago first policy, emphasizing national interests amidst criticism of her support for U.S. military intervention in the Caribbean against the drug cartels. Persad-Bissessar, who came to office after the April 28th election, remains unapologetic for not consulting with CARICOM bloc on this decision, stating that each member can act independently. Critics accuse her of fracturing regional unity as the U.S. recently deployed military assets in the region. At an ALBA TCP summit, several Caribbean states voiced support for Venezuela and criticized the U.S.'s move. Persad-Bissessar argued that CARICOM unity was already weakened and stressed Trinidad and Tobago's ongoing struggles with violent crime and illegal migration. She maintains that her administration's priority will always be the safety, security, and interests of Trinidad and Tobago's citizens. Now, looking further afield, according to a BBC report, a significant issue has affected European banks, with numerous unauthorized direct debits being made from PayPal accounts, according to the German Savings Bank Association, the DSGV. The Süddeutsche Zeitung RSZ reports that approximately 10 billion euros in payments were blocked after PayPal's fraud detection system failed to prevent the suspicious transactions. On Monday, lenders identified millions of questionable direct debits from PayPal, prompting a pause in payments. BBC report states that the DSGV confirmed that there had been incidents of unauthorized direct debits initiated by PayPal against several credit institutions. And finally, the U.S. Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, has reportedly suspended several staff members who expressed criticism of the agency's direction under President Donald Trump. According to sources, over 20 employees were placed on administrative leave on Tuesday after signing an open letter that criticized Trump officials for alleged interference and budget cuts. The letter warned that the agency's current trajectory could lead to another national catastrophe similar to Hurricane Katrina. A FEMA spokesperson emphasized that the agency's primary obligation is to support disaster survivors, stating that their focus is on survivors of disasters, not on protecting broken systems. That concludes the regional and international news. Stay with us. The sporting highlights are straight ahead. morning, sporting fans. The Grenada Football Association, the GFA, will conclude its annual Summer of Soccer today at the National Stadium starting at 9 a.m. The event will bring together dozens of junior footballers aged 6 to 16. This flagship initiative is a cornerstone of the GFA's nationwide grassroots strategy, aiming to nurture a love for football from an early age, develop technical skills, and identify talented players for national youth teams. The finale is open to everyone, and according to GFA's Renee Samuel, the program aligns with the organization's broader vision for sustainable football growth. Grenadian and world javelin star Anderson Peters is set to compete in the Wanda Diamond League final today. Peters, the defending champion, will face tough competition from India's Neeraj Chopra, a two-time Olympic medalist, and Germany's Julian Weber. The final is scheduled for 1:45 p.m. Eastern Time and will feature 6 other top throwers. Peters aims to defend his title and continue Grenada's javelin legacy ahead of the World Championship. The Wanda Diamond League marks his last competitive meet before traveling to a training camp in Poland in preparation for the World Championship in Tokyo. That concludes the sporting segment of news. We'll have more sports during our luncheon edition and also in our primetime newscast. Folks, stay with us. The weather forecast is straight ahead.
Whether you're refreshing a bedroom or giving your home a bold new look, the Color Shop has the perfect paint and tools to make it happen, inside and out. With quality finishes for every surface and accessories to match, we make painting easy from start to finish. Whether it's a DIY weekend or a contractor starting a brand new project, the Color Shop is the trusted choice.
Yes, we're in San Juan. Community programs in Dominica receive a major boost. The home base with all you can ask for.
It's all next on this station.
Stumps ready? The biggest party in sports is back. It's Republic Bank CPL 20.
All right, folks, it's now 1 minute away from 7 o'clock, and for this morning's weather forecast, we now join forecaster Jonathan Price at the Met Office of the MBIA. Good morning, Jonathan.
Good morning to you and good morning, listeners. Here is the weather for today, Thursday, the 28th of August, 2025, as recorded at the Moore Bishop International Airport. It's currently fair with showers in the vicinity. Winds are coming from the east at 13 miles per hour. Barometric pressure is 1017.4 millibars, which is above normal and rising. Present temperature is 28.7 degrees Celsius and relative humidity 82%. Yesterday's maximum was 31.3 degrees Celsius and the minimum last night 27.2 degrees Celsius. Low rainfall was recorded over the past 24 hours, and the total for the month remains at 42 millimeters. And now for the public forecast for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique Valley for today and tonight. The weather is expected to be partly cloudy with brief isolated showers. Today's max will be 31.5 degrees Celsius with winds easterly to southeasterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Seas will be moderate with waves 4 to 6 feet in open waters. Low tide will be at 1 p.m. and high tide at 6:30 p.m. Sunset will be at 6:19 and sunrise at 5:56. Just to repeat the public forecast weather for today and tonight, the weather is expected to be partly cloudy with brief isolated showers. From the forecast at Skyline Morris Bishop International Airport, I'm Jonathan Price. Have a great day.
Thank you very much, Jonathan. Have yourself a great day likewise. Folks, the weather forecast came to you with the kind compliments of Rennick & Thompson Company Limited.
On Sunday, November the 9th from 5 p.m. at the Grenada Trade Center, Legends Promotion presents the 19th annual Hubbard's Legends in Concert featuring the best of Grenada, along with 2 special guest artists. This edition promises to be extra special. Get ready, Grenada, to be blown with surprises at the 19th annual Hubbard's Legends in Concert, Sunday, November the 9th, 5 p.m. Grenada Trade Center. Stay tuned to GBN for more.
It's 2 minutes after 7 o'clock to end the news, a recap of the headlines. On the local scene, Grenada's pharmacists shine at Caribbean Conference. Anisha Paul joins 104 journalists at a training program in China. Peter David sounds alarm on back-to-school financial burden. In the region, Trinidad and Tobago's Prime Minister prioritizes the nation. Internationally, PayPal accounts hit by widespread unauthorized direct debits, and the European banks are affected. And in sports, Anderson Peters set for Wanda Diamond League action later today. Folks, that has been the morning edition of news for today, Thursday, the 28th day of August. On behalf of the entire news department, I am Gordon Joseph, thanking you for viewing and listening, wishing you a productive and safe day, and extending that invitation to you to stick and stay with the network, because we are with you anywhere and everywhere.
Welcome to the Intra-African Trade Fair 2025, the gateway to abundant opportunity, the platform for more, access to a continent with more makers and creators, more technology and manufacturing capabilities, more innovators and collaborators, more information and knowledge, a continent of opportunities for business in more markets and resources that accelerate progress and create space for more infrastructure, connectivity and networking, more creativity, production, and more deals for the people. Afrexim Bank, in collaboration with the African Union Commission and the AFCFTA Secretariat, brings you the 4th Intra-African Trade Fair, hosted by the People's Democratic Republic of Algeria. Over 2,000 exhibitors, 35,000 plus attendees, 140 plus countries, $44 billion in trade and investment opportunities. Register now and enter the gateway to new opportunities.
Freedom is driven to pursue that passion that keeps you up at night and makes you smile in your sleep. Freedom is bold to embrace the possibilities that can open up your world and conquer new heights. Freedom is fabulous, with bits and pieces that enhance the quality of your life. Freedom is what you do with the flexibility to change path or direction when you need to. Freedom breeds ambition and purpose while having loads of fun along the way. But most of all, freedom is well-deserved for the road traveled and the journey still to come. Unleash your freedom with Nexa Credit Union. Call us on 440-1354 or visit our website to pre-apply. Apply now. Freedom awaits. Terms and conditions apply. Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
Mobility, a common theme woven into the very fabric of human history. From ancient wanderers to modern explorers, our instinct to move, to seek something greater, and to grow has always driven us forward. Imagine a journey into pathways of boundless opportunities and endless possibilities. A collective future where the vibrant rhythms of the Caribbean, rich culture, and welcoming community create unforgettable experiences. Beyond citizenship by investment, we believe in our collective investment of time, resources, and energy that fosters innovation, creates jobs, and enriches lives, driving the growth of an entire nation. The Investment Migration Agency Grenada boasts over a decade of exceptional service and remains committed to guiding you toward global mobility and economic freedom through investment. Your journey becomes our shared story of progress and prosperity. This is an invitation to be part of something greater, something enduring. Begin your journey at imagrenada.gd. IMA Grenada. Unlock the possibilities.
It's a busy world, and we all know the saying, time is money. Meet Candice and Oliver. They both have busy days ahead. Let's see how that goes. Candice is in a rush, off to the bank. Again. Oh, looks like she didn't plan for traffic. Or this long line either. Now let's check in on Oliver. His morning starts a little differently. Using his phone, Oliver makes a peer-to-peer transfer and pays his bills, all while having his morning coffee. At the store, Oliver checks his finances with online banking. Candice? Still waiting. Back to Oliver. He stops at the bank to meet his loan officer. While waiting, he schedules a payment and makes a wire transfer. Wondering about Candice? Yup, still waiting. Candice could be like Oliver if she uses Co-op Bank's e-solutions. Make your day easier with Co-op Bank's swift, simple, and secure e-banking platform. Bank on your terms, from anywhere, at any time. Click, tap, done. Banking just got easier.
Welcome home.
Grenada. Exciting news. Oasis Pet and Garden has expanded. In addition to our existing location, we're now open at our new location, Melville Street, St. George's, now serving you at 2 locations for even more convenience.
At Oasis Pet and Garden, we bring you the best products at the best prices nationwide. Check out our garden department for the best quality Pro Mix potting soil, vegetable seeds, and seedling trays, cocoa peat, liquid fertilizer, granular fertilizers, and more. Our livestock and livestock products are the highest quality and the best prices in Grenada.
Are you ready to take charge of your money, build wealth, and protect your family's legacy? Then join us on October 9th, 2025 at Radisson Grenada Beach Resort for your Financial Future 2.0, Legacy, Literacy, and Liberation, a one-day financial summit designed to break cycles, build wealth, and leave a lasting legacy. You'll gain real-life budgeting hacks, a money mindset reboot, steps to create generational wealth, and practical tips on investing, estate planning, insurance, health, and business finance, all from expert speakers who know how to turn knowledge into action. With 2 inspirational keynotes, 3 powerful panel discussions, and 6 breakout sessions, you will leave with your personalized action plan for success. Don't wait. Secure your seat today. Tickets are EC $350 at disruptiveleadershipconference.com/YFF. Your Financial Future 2.0. Your next chapter starts here.
Whether you're refreshing a bedroom or giving your home a bold new look, the Color Shop has the perfect paint and tools to make it happen, inside and out. With quality finishes for every surface and accessories to match, we make painting easy from start to finish. Whether it's a DIY weekend or a contractor starting a brand new project, the Color Shop is the trusted choice.
Need to check your bill balance? Use the Grenlec mobile app. Open the Grenlec mobile app and tap the icon labeled Balances at the bottom of the screen. view your bill details, including your current bill balance, the due date by which you must settle your bill, the amount and date of the last payment you made. It's quick, easy, and available 24/7. Convenience at your fingertips.
All right, folks, it's 11 minutes after 7 o'clock. At this time, I'm happy to join Corporal Troy Paul from the Traffic Department of the RGPF for this morning's traffic report. Corporal Paul, good morning to you.
A splendid morning to you and also to your listeners, especially your drivers this morning. It is always a pleasure to bring the traffic reports, and I'm happy to report that most of our areas, as reported, have a moderate flow of traffic at the moment. Traffic is flowing smoothly through our towns and all its adjoining roads. We have no accidents or no obstructions in any of the areas where persons will have any delay or obstruction getting to work or to their destination for whatever purpose. It is always a good feeling when you can get to your destination safely and on time, where you does not have any obstruction so that you'd have to wait or have to have any diversion getting to and from your destination. And that is one of the things that we look forward to on most mornings. In addition, the traffic department have reported a total of 9 minor accidents for the past 24 hours, similar to the previous day. So we're seeing here that a trend of 9 accidents for the past 2 days. Still a lot too many for us to have in the trial and state of Grenada, but nevertheless, we appeal to drivers that it is your responsibility to make sure that our roads are safe for all road users. We bring you the information on how to on road safety, but you are the ones to practice the safe driving, and we appeal to you every morning, every day, every time that you do what is necessary to ensure that our roads are safe for all road users. And especially we want you to look out for our pedestrians. We will have a lot, especially in our towns, as these people come to the town to get school supplies, and we know we have what we call orientation in most of the schools, especially this week, and we want you to look out for them as well. By way of information, the Calais area still continues to be closed, and I was one person who were hearing the sound of my voice that you have to use the Frequency Public Road and come out through the Limes Public Road. Also, you can go to the True Blue Public Road and come on to the Dusty Highway and onto the Lansing Public Road. And I want to shout out to the South St. George Police Station. They have done a wonderful job in ensuring that the Dusty Highway Public Road is free from any obstruction, with especially with the larger vehicles. And you know that if you know that road very well, it used to have some big trucks parked along the roadway. I don't know if that's where the parking spot used to be, but they have done a marvelous job ensuring that road is free from these obstruction, and I must commend them for that. So if you're passing through the Dusty Highway, think about the work that the South St. George Police Station, the traffic department did in relation to that, and we want the other stations to emulate as it relates to obstruction in any of the areas that they're policing as well. But they've done a marvelous job. In addition to that, the road closure for the Grenada Public Road from the traffic light up to Silver Sands, which is scheduled to start at 8 p.m. every night and conclude at 4 a.m. in the morning time, where persons will have to have some traffic diversion. So all vehicles except trucks and other large vehicles, especially trailers, will not be permitted to travel not along the Grand Nance Public Road from its intersection with the Montut Public Road near Food Fair traffic light. Alternative routes, vehicles traveling from the northmost part of the island will be diverted via the Montu traffic diversion. You can contact the traffic department on 440-2267, or you can contact 911, and we're happy to guide you or to give you the necessary assistance that you require to get to your destination safely. Back to the traffic, we want persons to continue to drive safely. And at the moment, we know we have the traffic build-up in the area of the Grenada public road. It's a continuation as every morning these areas, we know that the volume of traffic that is going to that area. So if you're heading to the Grandlands area right now, let us exercise some caution and care as we go through these streets. I expect a little delay if you just leaving home, but we just want you to know, therefore, the expectation of traffic along the Grandlands public road at the time. We just want persons to continue to drive safe, as we expect more pedestrians will be on our roads. So we want drivers to, again, we are appealing for drivers to continue to look out for our pedestrians, especially our students, those that are excited, especially their first day in the secondary school. And the question we ask every morning, and we'll continue to ask it every day. And if you're texting,
who's driving?
Who driving?
Thank you very much, Corporal Paul. Have yourself a wonderful day, and extend the same courtesies to the members of the traffic department and by extension the RGPF, the rank and file. Have a great day.
Thank you very much, and you as well, and your entire team.
Folks, the traffic report for today, and we take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we talk Turning Point. Stick and stay with us. Don't you go anywhere.
On Sunday, November the 9th from 5 p.m. at the Grenada Trade Center, Legends Promotion presents the 19th annual Hubbard's Legends in Concert featuring the best of Grenada, along with 2 special guest artists. This edition promises to be extra special. Get ready, Grenada, to be blown with surprises at the 19th annual Hubbard's Legends in Concert, Sunday, November the 9th, 5 p.m. Grenada Trade Center. Stay tuned to GBN for more.
Attention, Fontenoy, Cherry Hill, and Grand Mall. This is your chance to kick off the new school year in style. David Moyer Monroe invites all kids and their families to the annual Back to School Extravaganza. Mark your calendar for Sunday, August 31st at the Grand Mall playing field. Enjoy fantastic entertainment by the incredible New Dimension Steel Orchestra. There'll be music, fun, and so much more. Everything you need to start the school year with a bang. Don't miss out on this exciting event. See you there.
Looking to shop online from your favorite stores like Amazon and Shein? With GPC Global, it's never been easier. Get your very own US address and shop from around the world. With GPC Global, you can order the latest trends and must-have items, all delivered straight to Grenada to your closest post office for your pickup. We offer the cheapest rates, and our service is reliable and quick. No more waiting for weeks for your packages. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Join the Grenada Postal family today and start shopping smarter. Visit us online at www.grenadapostal.com or call us on 437-POST. That's 437-7678. GPC Global, your gateway to the world.
right, folks, welcome. It's 21 minutes gone past 7 o'clock. The conversation is on. And as I told you earlier, we do have Miss Angela James, the producer of Turning Point. Good morning, Miss James. How are you?
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
All is well?
All is well. All is well.
It's a joy to have you by me so early in the morning.
Well, of course it is.
That is indeed a turning point. Turning point 3. Whoever thought that the time would come so quickly?
So quickly.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's right there.
Right.
Just a slip and awake, and turning point 3 is right there.
You know how I always remember turning point? Turning point 1 would always stick with me because the night that I came from turning point 1, when I got home, the morning, I saw a missed call from my aunt, and when I called her back was the passing of my grandmother.
Yes, I remember you shared that with me. Yes, that was so sad.
Well, that's life. So how is Turning Point 3 going? I had my friend here last week, and oh my goodness, he put on a show. That man sneak into the studio and sneak out, and how's Turning Point 3 coming about?
Turning Point 3 is really going well. The ticket sales are really boosting up really nicely. It's a new edition, and persons are very excited to see what Turning Point 3 is all about, because we had Turning Point 1 and we had Turning Point 2, but nobody got to see Turning Point 3 before, so that is what makes it so exciting. So it's coming on really well.
What's different? Who's kicking up a storm in this one?
Well, our storm continues to be kicked up by Raymond, of course. Raymond giving real trouble in Turning Point 3. Raymond is giving some trouble. I can't tell you much of some of the trouble he's giving, but he's giving some trouble. And Marling, as the ad said, the big question is, would she get married this time around? Because twice she attempted to get married, and both of them were a failure. So we want to know in Turning Point 3, but this time, would she go at the altar and not get married this time? I don't think so. So well, let me not give it away. It's interesting to find out what really happens there.
And what's about my police friend? He's a serious policeman.
Man, this serious policeman. He'll get on in patch 3 I'm telling you, he ain't giving up.
As soon as he asks his part, I'm gonna leave, because that's my guy.
Well, you think he was bad in part 1 and 2? See him in part 3. Trust me, he getting on it. He from Zero Police Station, so you know what kind of officer he is.
Nothing happening there.
Well, I didn't say that.
Zero Police Station, I like that. Let me ask you this. Knowing your professional background, you're into the field of finance. You're also a devout Christian. Where do you get your mind to go to get these characters and the scripts and so forth in place for them? How do you do it?
Interesting. So what really happens is that it's a natural gifted ability that I don't take for granted. So along with that natural gift, I also spend a lot of time praying, waiting on the Lord for direction, trying to find out what should I say, what morals should I leave behind, what message, who should I put where. So when I come to the practice and I say, hey, this is what we have, this is our production, and you go in there, you fit in here, you fit in here, everybody just fits in nicely.
Okay.
Right? It's a whole inspirational gift.
Theater and playwright is a serious business.
It is.
When you listen to the guys like Francis Uras Peters and Chris De Riggs and so forth, Ricardo Kins Douglas, they actually went to university and studied this thing. Did you do that?
Not to that extent. As I said, it's partly a natural gift, a natural ability. So I just wait on the Lord, I just pray, I do a lot of thinking, do a lot of listening, and I just get the inspiration.
Okay. I won't be surprised if one of these days when I go up to the mountain, I find you up there, because that's where I get all my inspiration from, in the cool mountain.
In the quietness of everything, that's when you listen. The still of the night, when everybody else is asleep, that's where I listen. That's where I pen. Okay. That's when I spend the time to pen, not on the job. Okay. Of course not. I spend the time penning in the quietness of the night, on vacation and other times.
Right. Now, Turning Point is actually a Christian play. All right. The actors and so forth are Christian based. How do you get to correlate the characters, the script, the actual play itself to relate to everyday life so that folks can get a positive message out of it.
Right, very good. So, yes, it is a Christian play. It is produced by Christian, the whole Christian background and everything, and Christian characters. But one of the things as Christian we don't want to miss is that we have to face the reality of life. So although we are Christian, there are real issues and challenges that we are aware of, and we have to deal with it as a church, we have to deal with it as individuals. So it doesn't make sense just saying, okay, we are just spiritualists. We are not. So the things that we correlate is what happens, what exists among us in today's world. And what is interesting about it is local things that persons could identify with. So it's not something that you can't identify. That don't happen here. It happens. It's reality. There are parts of it that is bacchanal, and we know as a Grenadian culture, Grenadians like bacchanal, right?
I like
so you have a blend. You have the spiritual realm of it, and you have the everyday reality life that faces us. That things that shows itself at us at life that also presents itself in the play.
And it could also be that point where someone comes to terms with reality and get to realize, like I always say, things that are happening to you don't feel so special. Other folks, you're not alone. Other folks are going through it. It's just that some people keep theirs quiet and hold it inside, and then they eventually implode. But you are able to bring out real life circumstances.
Yes.
That people, as my friend said the other day, some folks will cry. As a matter of fact, I remembered in Turning Point 1, I was sitting in the center row, and I can't remember what part of the play was going on, but there was a young lady and someone else sitting away from me, and that part, she just held her head and went down in the seat, and I said, it touched her.
Maybe it touched her, because there is a part of it that talks about that shows a little incest. One of the characters is portraying that as a young lady under the roof, her mother played her blind eyes, even though she said to her, "Hey mom, hear what's going on when you're not there." Mom paid her blind eyes to it, and we saw the consequences. Even in Patrice, she's still kicking up a storm, because although she got a bit of counseling every now and then, she tends to rebel when she remembers what she's been through, the harshness of it, and he did not get justice. Raymond did not get justice, right? He got 3 years sentence, and the aunt is still lobbying for justice for her. So that is going to showcase in Patrice what is going to really happen. You see, when you commit a crime, you're supposed to get justice, but he got 3 years, and that wasn't justice as far as the public thinks. So you're going to see a bit of kicking up there and a bit of revenge. Man, Patrice kicking up.
I could only.
Yeah, there's going to be some revenge because she did not get justice.
I could only anticipate.
Yeah, you're going to have some revenge.
One of the questions I asked my friend last week, I said my friend, what's his right name again?
Randall John.
Randall John, yes. Yeah. Are you going to carry this play to other parts of the island?
We are hoping to. We are developing. We're hoping that we get sponsors. Sponsors is one of the biggest challenges. So once we get sponsors, because it's a very costly venture to run, right? You have to check on the venue and other things that, very expensive when you have to incorporate all the costs. So once we get good sponsorship, we could take it other parts of the world.
Because there are other folks on the island, for example, people from St. Patrick and St. Mark might be saying, I want to see that play, but coming down to Gateway Assembly conference room might be difficult. It could be a nice thing if they bring that play to us.
You're right. We hear that all the time, and we are working on it, but we are still looking for appropriate venue, because our crowd does be about between 1,000 plus around there. We still looking to find a comfortable venue that could host a show. You don't want to bring people in a show and they're not comfortable, a hot venue or whatever. So once we get an appropriate venue, we are going to take it to the north of the island.
Okay. All right. Okay, so folks, remember it's Turning Point 3. It's on the 30th. That's Saturday. Saturday night.
Right.
Yeah, and that show is going to run for approximately what length of time?
Well, anything a little over 2 hours thereabouts,
Just about 2 hours.
and that does not include intermission. We're going to have intermission. We have giveaways also, and we are going to have a very solid production for you.
Okay, well, as you say, giveaways.
It's $50, but it's the worth of $100. Put it that way, to be quite frank with you.
No, why you make it so conservative? I would have said you're paying $50, but you're getting $1,000 worth of entertainment.
Well, I'm trying to be conservative, as you rightly say.
Yeah. So as you said, that giveaways, we have a giveaway this morning. You wanna throw the question?
Well, yes, I could throw it out. So that question is for someone who would have been at the show before. So you're going to call this morning and tell me if you're coming to the show and why you think, why you want to come to the show. What about the first show that you remember that was good, that you think you really don't want to miss this one coming around?
The first or second?
First or second. You
Okay.
tell me if you were there and what about it that will really motivate you to come back this time around.
I love this. I love this approach. And folks are quickly there. Let's go to the telephone line. Good morning, caller. Caller, good morning. Okay, we seem to have lost that caller. 435-2041. Just like that, you can win yourself a complimentary ticket to Turning Point 3 on this Saturday at the Gateway Assembly Conference Room at that's Point Celine, right?
Right.
Yeah, and the cost of the ticket is $50, but you can win a complimentary just by saying if you were in the first one or the first or the second one or both, and which part of the play that touched you the most. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Good morning.
Hi,
how are you?
I am alive and thankful. Welcome to the program.
Thanks. Just calling to say good morning to my ex-co-worker, Miss Angela James. She knows who I am, Miss Thomas.
Okay, thank you.
Good morning.
All right. Okay.
All right, bye-bye.
Okay. All right, have a good one. 435-2041. Time is running out on us. Give us a call. Tell us, were you at Turning Point 1 or 2 or both? And if you were, which part of the play touched you the most? And just like that, you can win yourself a complimentary ticket. Let's go back to the telephone line and say good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, welcome.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Were you at any of the performances before?
Yes, I was in the 2 of them.
All right. Which part of it touched you the most?
The mother of the child that was abused. So I would like to see justice for that child and that mother put in jail.
Okay.
Okay, so tell us what you remember happening. Bring us back down to memory lane. What you remember about the injustice, or what you remember about the mother?
Okay, caller, listen to us on the phone, right?
Yes. What I remember is that the mother. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's like she putting the vanity in front of the child and she's not listening to the child.
Okay.
What are you looking forward to in part 3? And thank you for being a loyal follower.
What are you looking forward to in part 3?
Okay, caller, you need to step away from the radio or the TV, please, because we're getting a bad feedback here.
Okay.
All right, so Ms. James, ask the question again.
What do you remember about the mother? What stands out about the mother that you remember about the mother?
Well, as I'm telling you, what I remember the mother is more into the vanities, what she could get from her husband or whatever it is. But the thing about it is the child is the most important thing is the child. Is that what we have to look at? It's justice for the child.
Okay. So in part 3, what you looking forward to see?
In part 3, I would love to see that the child gets justice from the mother, because the mother is not interested in the child. For me, that's what I see, right? And I would like to see the child. I don't know, like the mother's supposed to step up and be a mother to the child.
Okay,
right?
so I'm going to go a little further with you. Enjoy the show.
Yes, I did enjoy the food. I did enjoy the two parts.
Okay, so if you have to talk to the listening public this morning, what would you tell them in terms of encouraging them to come out? What would you say to them based on what you would have received?
What I would have received, number one, is the abuse that the children get from home and the parents not paying attention to when children listen, when children tell them, look what is going on, and the things that the children have no voice. So that's my part there. I would like to see more thing into that part, you know. Let parents see that children have voices too, and it's not only parents alone that know, but children, we have to listen to children when they speak.
Okay. Did you remember anything about the wedding?
Yeah, I think, yeah. The wedding didn't take place. No, the wedding didn't take place.
Okay, it didn't take place. All right. So we look forward to see what happens in part 3.
Okay, caller, stay on the line. Let us get your credentials.
Okay.
All right, stay right there. I want to say good morning and congratulations to Jennifer Benjamin.
Okay. So she earned herself a ticket by just saying what she remembered and what she hoping to really see. So there is lots more that has to unfold in Turning Point 3. It's a whole background story. It has a part that talk all about that young lady who had to get married. She thought the wife died because he told her the wife died in the initial conversation. So in dating, he honestly thought the wife died because they deported him back to Grenada a few years ago. He lost contact with the wife. Before he left, he know the doctor gave her just a couple days to leave because she had a serious accident. So that's the whole build up of the play. So in reaching back to Grenada, he makes so much effort to try to reach out to her. Wasn't getting her on the address, wasn't getting her on the contact, wasn't getting her at the hospital. And after 10 years, he decided to move on with his life.
Which is fair, right?
And on the day of the wedding, whoever knew about the contact, people is accusing Sheila, right? I am Sheila in the play. I don't know. People accusing Sheila of bringing the information. And the day of the wedding, she just busted through the wedding on the wheelchair and saying, stop the wedding. So the pastor had no choice but to stop the wedding and give way because he was trying to deny, but she had a copy of the marriage certificate, so she was able to present it and see that, she was the wife indeed. So as a result of that, the wedding squashed. So she moved on with her life, got into contact with another gentleman by the name of Officer Brown, getting ready to get married to him. The day of the wedding, that is what is interested in Mr. Gordon. The day of the wedding, while she preparing to go the vehicle outside, call him because they're ready, he's waiting at the church. And while he's waiting at the church, the news reached that the man she had to get married to, his wife is deceased. The wife now died. So the mother, as the caller said before, the mother couldn't give him bad advice too. The mother said, look, you can't go through with her wedding because that is the one she really loved. That is the son-in-law she loved.
The first one?
The first one. So she said, you have to go up by the hospital. I know her that the wife died. So forget who waiting at the altar. That's not important. Give your heart. It's who your heart love and long for.
That's drama.
So, that's drama. Yeah. So she left Officer Brown at the altar, and why do you think really happened? Some as dropper would have heard the doctor say that the man wife may not make it. She misinterpreted to say she will not make it, right? So she run back and say, Pastor, you waiting here for the bride, but there will be no wedding. I know past the bride rolling up with her wedding dress, going and sympathize with her ex boyfriend because his wife, she know how the wife died. So the husband said, no. Such a thing not going to, it didn't happen. I prayed to God. Yes, my wife had an accident, but I prayed to God, who is a God of miracle, to heal my wife and to turn around things. So run back quick to make it back at the altar so you could get your husband to be married to. Poor thing, she took the ex-boyfriend advice. She rushed back to the altar. By the time she reached, she saw the man is a madman. He's seeing her. The madman is seeing her. And he's asking her, you see Mullen? You see Mullen? So she like, I am Mullen. But he couldn't even identify
That's the guy she's supposed to get married
That's the guy she's supposed to get married to.
Travanka Bossy Burn.
I don't know, but so there was the play living up to his name, Turning Point. In part 3, we're going to see if he's still mad, if they're still going to go through the wedding, if she's going to empathize with him. And it's a whole build-up, and it is exciting.
Okay. So, as we wrap, the play starts at what, 7 o'clock?
It starts at 7 p.m. It's for the entire family. So you kind of find a place to come and relax, place to come and laugh. You know, you have no age limit. You children play 25 at the door, children 12 and under. You pay 25 at the door, and the ticket currently is $50. It's Saturday the 30th, Gateway Center. Prom start at 7. So we're encouraging the entire listening public. You want a place of relaxation? The place to be is Gateway Center on Saturday.
Okay.
And we have ticket outlets that you can get your tickets from.
All right.
Right?
Well, folks, that's it. You heard it. Turning Point 3 this Saturday at the Gateway Assembly Conference Room. That's at Point Saline. $50 for the ticket. Children under 12, you pay $25. And it's a family event, a real life touching story coming out. And if you missed part 1 and 2, part 3 will bring you up to speed.
Yes, it will bring you up to speed because it's going to captivate some of the things that happen in part 1 and 2. And in terms of the ticket outlets, you have Hills and Valley in St. George has ticket, Gittins in St. George, and Gittins in Grenada. You can get your tickets there, or you can call me on 457-9211. You can also grab your ticket also. 457-9211 to grab hold of your ticket if you didn't do so as yet.
Thank you, Miss James, and we look forward to seeing you on Saturday night.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to see my police friend and also the man that got halted at the altar. You know?
Yeah.
Folks, that's it for this segment of the conversation. We take a quick break. When we come back, I've got another guest talking finance. You can stay with us. Don't you go anywhere.
Stumps ready? The biggest party in sports is back. It's Republic Bank CPL 2025. Bowls off August 14th to September 21st. 34 matches, 6 teams, 6 nations. Your Caribbean cricket frenzy. From big sixes to deadly yorkers, catch every boundary, every wicket, every moment. Live on GBN TV and Classic Radio. This is not just cricket. This is CPL 2025. Don't miss a ball.
GBN's broadcast of CPL 2025 is made possible by Republic Bank, Hubbards, Grenlec, Echo Blue Limited, Demerara Mutual Life, Answer Coatings, and Flow. Attention, Fontenoy, Cherry Hill, and Grand Mall. This is your chance to kick off the new school year in style. David Moyer Monroe invites all kids and their families to the annual Back to School Extravaganza. Mark your calendar for Sunday, August 31st at the Grand Mall playing field. Enjoy fantastic entertainment by the incredible New Dimension Steel Orchestra. There'll be music, fun, and so much more. Everything you need to start the school year with a bang. Don't miss out on this exciting event. See you there.
It's a busy world, and we all know the saying, time is money. Meet Candice and Oliver. They both have busy days ahead. Let's see how that goes. Candice is in a rush, off to the bank. Again. Oh, looks like she didn't plan for traffic. Or this long line either. Now let's check in on Oliver. His morning starts a little differently. Using his phone, Oliver makes a peer-to-peer transfer and pays his bills, all while having his morning coffee. At the store, Oliver checks his finances with online banking. Candice? Still waiting. Back to Oliver. he stops at the bank to meet his loan officer. While waiting, he schedules a payment and makes a wire transfer. Wondering about Candice? Yup, still waiting. Candice could be like Oliver if she uses Co-op Bank's e-solutions. Make your day easier with Co-op Bank's swift, simple, and secure e-banking platform. Bank on your terms, from anywhere, at any time. Click, tap, done. Banking just got easier.
Welcome home.
Are you ready to take charge of your money, build wealth, and protect your family's legacy? Then join us on October 9th, 2025 at Radisson Grenada Beach Resort for your Financial Future 2.0, Legacy, Literacy, and Liberation, a one-day financial summit designed to break cycles, build wealth, and leave a lasting legacy. You'll gain real-life budgeting hacks, a money mindset reboot, steps to create generational wealth, and practical tips on investing, estate planning, insurance, health, and business finance, all from expert speakers who know how to turn knowledge into action. With 2 inspirational keynotes, 3 powerful panel discussions, and 6 breakout sessions, you will leave with your personalized action plan for success. Don't wait. Secure your seat today. Tickets are EC $350 at disruptiveleadershipconference.com/YFF. Your Financial Future 2.0. Your next chapter starts here.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners, to the conversation. It's 13 minutes away from 8 o'clock, and I am joined by a financial consultant, Ms. Judy Makochen, and we're talking your financial future, and not just your financial future, but 2.0. Good morning, Judy.
Good morning. Good morning to your listeners.
It feels like it's decades ago you were here by me, and I know it's not that long, but you've stayed away for too long. You need to visit me more often than that.
All right.
Yeah, please do. It's imperative that you do so. Your financial future. All right. Before we get to 2.0, because you had one in 2019.
Yes.
Thereabouts,
yeah.
and then the wicked COVID came, so you didn't have that continuation before now. Tell us about your financial future, the first one. How was it?
It was very, very well received. It was we held it at the Radisson, and we held it in one of the Grenada room, and the room was just filled to overflowing. So it was very, very well received the first time around. And then we were going to do it again, and then of course we had the pandemic, and so we had to stop. We did, during that time, we did we did some free series online with different facilitators, different financial people, and so that ran for a while. And then I did a 10-week financial sense, but it was online. It was also free. That was also really very well received. And so this year, I had people ask me a lot about it. So this year I thought, let's just bring it back and see what happens. So
we're into 2.0, but before we get to 2.0, what would have motivated you or gave you that urge to do your financial future? What caused it? What's the genesis of it?
Several things. One, several years ago, I worked in insurance, life insurance, and I had a couple clients that I had to pay out money to, and working in that industry gave me a whole different perspective on money, how people manage their money, and the benefits of money. And so people think there is actual money they need, but really it's the benefits of money, and that taught me a lot. But I also looked at my own life and the things that I went through. I was terrible with money. I was such a overspender, and so I really went through a period of debt and bad spending and
Drought.
stuff like that.
Financial drought.
Yes. And so I was able to climb out of it. And for me, being able to share that with people who people don't really tell you what's happening with them, they won't, right? But being able to share with people how to, for me, is important.
Okay, and you're a financial consultant, so that means you've got the credentials. Do you think that this, what you've just spoken of there, you think this is really needed in Grenada, right?
I think it's needed in economies across the Caribbean, across the world, as a matter of fact. But yes, in Grenada, it's needed. You know, we always need to know how best to manage our money. A lot of us don't operate using a budget, and that's okay. But we have to learn to start to operate with a budget. And I don't like to say budget because budget sounds so restrictive.
Yeah.
I like to say spending plan, because people think that when you have a budget, you know, it's all about paying bills. And I think if you're going to be working simply to pay bills, that really is not a great life. There should be some form of enjoyment. And next thing that we don't do is that we don't think about investing. When we think of investing, we think that it has to be, we need a big amount of money to invest. You don't start to invest when you're rich. You invest to become rich, right? So, you know, it's just little things that we want to show people that they can start to do immediately to improve their financial lives.
I'm happy that you shared the fact that you too went through the financial drought. Mm-hmm. Now, what's your background with finance?
You know, I'm trained in accounting, so I'm trained there. But I've done behavioral finance because I'm really interested in why people do the things that they do, right? So I've done behavioral finance, and well, of course, I worked in insurance, both life and general, and of course, I would have done a lot of insurance, industry specific training.
Okay, all right. May I ask, is your list for best friends filled? I want to be your next best friend.
Okay.
Yeah. Lovely. Now, your Financial Future 2.0. Tell us about it.
Well, it is a one-day financial wellness summit, and it's happening on October 9th at the Radisson Grenada Beach Resort. The theme for this year is legacy, literacy, and liberation. So we're looking at teaching people how to deal with their finances. We're asking you to start thinking about leaving a legacy for those that you love. And it's a lot more than just money, because when people think about finances, they think it's just money, but it's more about peace of mind, legacy, and long-term security. And this, it's for everybody. So working professional, entrepreneurs, and just about anyone who wants to improve their relationship with their money. And yeah.
Okay. And it's on... What date in October?
October 9th.
9th.
At the Radisson.
Now, fit your speakers. Okay, I want to sign up. What's the cost to sign up?
Okay, so it's 350 EC, and it's a full day. We start from 8:30 and we go till 5. So that includes, the 350 will include, of course, the summit itself, lunch and break.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And someone who is hearing us or seeing us now and says, this sounds like something I will be interested in. When they get there, what's the flow like? What can they take out of this seminar?
Okay, so what we've done this year is design it a little bit different, because the idea is really for people to walk away with things that they can implement immediately. So we're only going to have an opening and a closing keynote. Everything else is is workshops and panel discussions, so that people can really ask questions and dig in and get the tools and insights that they need. So we're not doing a talk shop. It's not going to be a talk shop.
Okay, and I presume that you'll be having, along with yourself, other financial professionals who have real life experiences that they can relate.
Yes. Well, let me just back up a little bit and just talk about our sponsors, right? So our sponsors, the partner sponsor is Grenada Cooperative Bank. We have Nexa Credit Union, Grenada Development Bank, My Grenada Solutions, Guardian Life of the Caribbean, and of course GBN. What we have done is to involve our sponsors as much as we can into the program. So we have people from Coop Bank, Grenada Coop Bank, we have people from Nexa, and we have people from GDB who are going to be doing workshops and on the panel. So we have incorporated their experts into the program, and of course we'll have somebody from Guardian Life of the Caribbean coming in to be on one of the panels. So we'll be having 3 panels. So we're talking about smart money moves, and that panel is really to give you tips and tricks and so on that you can implement right away to do that. And on that panel we'll have financial coach. We also have the general manager of Nexa also is on that panel. We'll have a panel dealing with wills and trusts, because I think that's such an important thing for us to understand. What's a will, what's a trust, because when you hear will, right, right. So we really want to.
It means your will die.
Right. So we really want to, kind of demystify that for people. We want to talk about insurance and the importance of insurance, right? Because, every time we talk to people, well, for me, they have an insurance story that they can give me, right? But we really want to have people understand the importance of having will as part of having insurance as part of their financial plan. We'll also be looking at how you can get out of debt. So we'll do a workshop on that. We're also doing a workshop on vision and action, because a lot of times we don't plan with intention. And so if you plan your financial life with intention, it's going to come to fruition. So we want to show you how you can start doing that. Of course, we're going to do some demystification of investing.
That's a serious one. That's a serious one.
Yeah, and that will be led by GDB.
Okay.
Right? Okay. We have a session planned for SMSA. Medium, small, micro, right? Because we see a lot of small businesses around the place, and I mean those are the foundation of the economy. Most of the Caribbean economies are run on by small businesses, and so we want to have a session specific for them, because one of the things that small businesses don't do well is the pricing. So we want to help them
to come to a price. How you come to a price?
Yeah.
To do costing.
Yes. Yeah. So we'll definitely be having a workshop for that, and then we'll have a workshop on money and mindset, because it is so important. It's not just the money, it's the mindset. It's the stories that we attach to our money. We all grew up hearing things like money don't grow on tree and a bunch of things. And if you grew up in a household where there's always anxiety around money, that there's a certain story behind that. And so what we want to help you do is see what the story is, recognize the story, so that you can change that story.
Yeah, I know my good friend, well, my daddy in Calypso, the Mighty Sparrow, he said, fools make money, but the wise man spends it.
Our mindset around money is really, really important.
But I do know that this workshop or seminar that you're having, I mean, it is life transformative, and $350 is a small amount to pay for that, because you go through the length and breadth of Grenada. Almost everywhere you turn now, you're seeing a pop-up business. I was driving in a particular area yesterday, and I just happened to see a little container on the side of the road and realized it's somebody that's starting to sell food and things like that. So it means that we are not bankrupt for industriousness, right? People are industrious, but it's just that sometimes they lack the fundamentals to take that little business that they've started to the next level.
Yeah.
And this is one of the places where they can put things into perspective.
Yeah. And just to give some context, in 2019, we charged $300. And the charge really is to pay the hotel, get the food, and because this is really, and we kept it low because we want as many people as possible to get this information, because I knew it's needed.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you have any regional or international persons coming in to share experiences?
We have two people, because we do have a lot of expertise here in Grenada, right? So I have the MSME. I have a friend of mine in Trinidad, and they have a company called Stratfin, where they teach MSMEs how to price and different things like that. So they are going to come and do that for me. And I have a psychologist coming in from St. Vincent. So I'm keeping stuff in the region because we have it. We do have it. Grenada, I mean, like, there's so many experts in Grenada, and we need to start to use our people.
Well, I think starting to use them is secondary, because these people need to start showing up themselves. So
You're right.
Who knows Judy? Who knows Judy is a walking encyclopedia when it comes to finance? You understand what I'm saying? We need to, and again, hence the reason why I'm happy that you're having a psychologist on board, because Grenada needs to come out of its shell. We have a wealth of expertise and personnel here, but maybe it's because, as a grand uncle of mine said, maybe we suffer from inferiority complex, that we feel in order for it to be good, it has to be imported. You know, we have to change that.
That's a Caribbean-wide thing, and we have to. We really must change that. I say that we have such brilliance across the Caribbean region, and we need to start to learn from ourselves and understand that we have context, we have nuances, we understand the culture within the region, and so why not use our own people to bring the information to us as we would understand it.
Yeah. And I am of the opinion that if we as the people get out of that psychological block, the transformation agenda that the government is pushing, if the people get out of that block, the government has to join on to this transformation agenda, because the people would already become transformative on their own. But we have to start understanding who we are, where we are, and where we can go. And that is where people like you come in. I want to see people like you more frontal, because it really peeves me when I see brilliant minds that opt to just work from 8 to 4 when they can do so many more things that would be more productive? You need to do this more often, Judy.
I will try my very best to do it more often.
Yeah.
But I also have another. I have a conference that I do every year, a leadership conference, and that conference really is to help. Whether you're in leadership, whether you're in aspiring, and it helps to bring out so many ideas that you may have and how you can do things. Again, we use Caribbean people, whether they live here or they're in the diaspora, to really facilitate and do that. So I'm a firm believer in Caribbean brilliance.
Yeah, we have it. I mean, in the news this morning, I just read that 2 of our pharmacists shined on the regional market. One was referred to as the pioneer for pharmaceuticals and things like that. You know, so I think that what Grenada needs most now is people who've got the knowledge and the experience and of course the training, reach out to other folks who've got it but just don't know and don't believe in themselves. Some people have ideas and they think, me ain't talking about that now, that might be stupid. And you know what I'm saying, man?
It could probably be the idea that shines.
Of course. Yeah, of course. Okay, so as it relates to registration for the seminar, how do we do that?
All right, so registration is done on our website, and the website is disruptiveleadershipconference.com/YFF, and YFF is your financial future.
Okay.
But if you just go on to Disruptive Leadership Conference, there'll be a pop-up that will take you, and you click on it, and it takes you to the financial future page, and all the information is there, the agenda is there, the speakers are there, and you just register. And after you register, it takes you to the link to pay. I also want to encourage companies to take this opportunity and send some of their staff, because once you are financially stable, your productivity increases. If you have a staff that's financially burdened,
they can't
produce, they can't focus, they can't do anything. No. And listen, they come to you every minute for a salary advance, to borrow some money, one girl said to me, this wasn't here, but she said to me she was doing a appraisal with the staff, and the police was outside waiting for her to finish with the staff so they could go with them, because they borrowed money from everybody all over the place, right? And it happens right here. Because I mean, like, somebody had called me in to deal with one of the staff who had borrowed money from every single staff member, and the people were just fed up. There are people here who borrow from every single financial institution. And what I want to be able to do is help people to be able to manage better. Because I believe if your salary is $1,000, your lifestyle should be about $600, so that you can do something with the rest for yourself. You could save some, you could invest. You can start investing with as little as $100, but people don't have the information. So what we want to do is bring that information to you, so you know what's available, so that you can plan better for your future. And I want to say one thing about Carnival. I want to encourage people. So there's one little tip I want to give you. If you know you want to play mass, open a savings account for mass, and every month put some money in it. Every month put some money in it, so that when you spend that money, there is no guilt at the end of the day, and nothing else, no other bill has to suffer, because you're planning to play mass. You put your money aside. That is one thing, because borrowing money to play mass is not the smartest move.
I am still going to push you a little further. We see financial institutions calling you, come and get your carnival loan package. What's your take on that?
Well, we have to remember that these institutions are here to make money. That's the job, to make money. And so they will do what they need to do to make money. But I want to encourage as much people as possible to start planning, because the reason why we end up taking a loan is because we don't plan. I mean, nothing bad about a loan, but a consumer loan I don't think is the best loan. You want a loan maybe to do a house, to do an extension, to fix your kitchen, to do all of those things, that's fine. But taking a loan to play mass, taking a loan to go on vacation, those things are not sustainable. If we plan better, then we'll be able to do all the things that we want to do without putting ourselves in further debt.
As my good friend Herschel Whiteman in Arise, I would say, you need to do some income generators. Yeah. Ms. Makuchin, it's always do you think we missed anything?
No, I just want to say again, thanks to our sponsors, Grenada Cooperative Bank Limited, Nexa Credit Union, Grenada Development Bank, My Grenada Solutions, Guardian Life of the Caribbean, and of course GBN.
Can't leave out GBN.
Nope.
Again, before we wrap, I want, because I know a number of people would be interested in coming to that function, how they could register and the cost and everything like that. Just reiterate that.
All right, so the cost to attend is $350 EC, and that gives you the full day summit, your meals, breaks, all of that. And you can register at disruptiveleadershipconference.com/YFF. And for people who register in next 7 days, we have you get your name entered to win one of several door prizes.
And you wouldn't disclose what the prizes are?
No.
Okay. Ms. Makuchin, it's always a pleasure having you. And as I said, you need to open a slot on your best friends list and put my name.
Yes.
All right?
Yes.
You know, and I'm certain, I mean, just a reality check, you know. A lot of us go through this life and we try to cover things. When I say cover things, okay, we walk with the big broad smile, but behind the scenes, as you rightfully said, I am certain that if I get my financials right, Janelle would have to, find a room for me to work. Because you have to be focusing on what you're doing, but you're also focusing when the shift is over. So people are not performing at the optimum simply because they are burdened with other things. And most of the cases is financials.
And we want to help with that. We really want to help because, of people who make better financial choices, better financial decisions, you have your economy is more stable, your society is more stable. So that's what we want for Grenada. We want to have stable economies, but it starts with stable individuals, stable families, stable communities, and so on.
Okay. All right. Well, Ms. Makuchin, once again, thank you very much for sharing with us, and I am going to challenge you to not be so distant from us here.
Okay.
Put us on your schedule every now and then. Just drop by, because I'm certain that quite a number of my viewers and listeners are sitting like this. Wow.
Okay.
And want to hear more of how they can get out from that rug. And get some peace of mind. Not necessarily get rich, but just peace of mind.
Yep, definitely. Yeah. Okay. So thank you very much, and thank you to your listeners.
And the viewers as well?
Yes, and the viewers, yes.
Of course.
Thank you.
Okay.
Appreciate
Folks,
it.
That's it for an extended conversation that you're all excited, and you are going to sign up and go to that seminar because it is life transformative. That's it for the conversation. We take a break. We'll be back after this with more great music.